Imagine an experiment where a scientist would take 5 rats, giving them limited resources and water, watching them sort of fight, battle it out, for the scarcity of the resources amongst the 5. A time later, that same scientist, let's say he adds 20 more rats from all over the world to already limited resources, and literally takes the already limited resources and gives them all and only to the 20 rats from around the world. Those rats would actually also get a higher level of access, because they're in a controlled area. And so they were being kept separate. But those original 5 rats, some way, were still able to see that, they literally stopped getting food and water and were able to look at a higher threshold of the maze and see these new rats just living it up, man, living it up off they shit. In fact, they even got extras. They got food dispersed amongst them evenly, their own food and the food and water of the original 5 rats. Now, imagine, I can only hope y'all hear me because my hand was just at the bottom of my phone most of the time that covers up my mic. But I say, so then imagine the day that the walls are removed and the original 5 rats are on the brink of death. There's starvation, there's cannibalism, there are wild and crazy things going on right now in the lives of the original 5 rats. And you take the 20 rats from around the world and put them into that cage. And you stop feeding and giving water and drink to them all. Who do you think is going to be eating first? Who do you think is in fear of their goddamn life? Who is in deep regret that goddamn man? Maybe I should have thought about that goddamn rat. I knew that we had more than what was needed. I knew we had theirs too. Maybe if I had built the bridge with one of those rat men, at least snuck them some type of food, my ass wouldn't be being eaten. Because let me tell you something about goddamn rats and their nature, by nature, is if you stick them all on a rat trap, they will start to eat each other, and not out of hunger, frustration, being pissed the fuck off that they stuck. And the first thing they do is bite another rat. Bite his tail off, bite his foot off, bite his leg off. Out of the sheer and utter frustration of it all. Not to compare humanity to one of the lowest life forms, but hey, when you go back to nature, those 5 senses, what is it? And they really call it go back to being feral. Maybe there is a rat mentality still present even in the human mind, because at the end of the day, we are animals supposedly evolved and civilized, but when you take away the civilization, this was a metaphor I literally came up with just off the cuff. It wasn't deep and profoundly strategically, no, just the generalized ideal of the United States of America today.